Sorry about that. I was just saying hello to everybody. That's all. I hate when I do that. But I'm assuming the sound is back. No sound, no sound. Mark, Vado. Hello, everyone. I was just going to say that unfortunately, Daniel the Bearded is not going to be here. He, Marcos Iraclio, whatever that means. He's not going to make it today. He couldn't make it back home in time. In fact, when I when I made up the thumbnail, I almost wanted to put in there maybe Daniel the Bearded, because when I first asked him, he's like, absolutely yes, I'd love to do it if something about I think it was his wife or girlfriend, if she's home. And then I went to confirm, and he's like, yes, if I make it home in time. I was going to do some sort of thumbnail saying, maybe Daniel. But now that, how's it going, Chris? Now that he hasn't made it, I've got to tell you, I'm starting to feel a little differently about his products. No, I'm kidding. So as I said when I had the sound off, I am going to keep this one short, partially because I don't have a guest, and it's the last 3 weeks of tax season, so I've got plenty of work, and I can see a lot of people jumped in already, probably not just to see me. I'm wondering how many. Howdy from Kentucky. Hey, Keith, welcome in. I'm wondering how many of you have tried Grindstone. It's an extremely new company. It's only been out for a couple weeks now, maybe 3 weeks. Classico from Aztec for me. I have one or more use with Classico. I don't think I've tried Classico. If I'm TNBC, go live with Ken. Who's True North Beard Company? In fact, I'm anxiously awaiting for his company to come out. I believe he said it's going to be in Mike. Hi from Boston. Hello from Rhode Island. I guess you'd say we're neighbors. Mike Zarati, welcome in. So, has anyone besides me tried Grindstone yet? I know Dagan did a review, and beyond that, yeah, it's I thought it was a medium scent strength. One I thought was like more medium, the other one a little bit more medium light. I will tell you one thing that I was really surprised by: the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, the fresh citrus woods. I thought it was weaker than Slick Finish as far as the strength, but I was really impressed with how long the scent lasted as far as being a citrus scent. I think he did something with some evergreen in the background to kind of bolster the citrus. But so I thought that the citrus lasted pretty much the entire time of the scent. As far as my favorite of the two, I really think it's Slick Finish. I think that's like a real date night oil. When I first ordered, I ordered it the day that he did his initial whatever you call that launch, and yeah, I haven't seen Mike Serrati out for a while. I have Smooth Operator. Man, the yuzu is nice on top of the spice, vanilla, and tobacco. The reason I didn't go for Smooth Operator, whenever I hear spice, I get kind of warned off. I'm thinking maybe I'm not going to like it. But what I was saying about this Slick Finish, no, not Slick Finish is the one, my favorite of the two, I think. But this Blood, Sweat, Tears, the citrus really lasts. And if you saw my video, the thing that got me about this, I wore it for about a week without looking at the actual profile, and I was convinced I was smelling grapefruit. Once I actually read the profile, I recognized it was lime with some other stuff, kind of jazzing it up. and I couldn't think of it as grapefruit anymore. But I get little whiffs, and I'd catch what I was thinking of when I thought it was grapefruit. I'm wondering if anyone else thought that at all. But in case you haven't heard it, I did mention that Daniel the Bearded could not make it. He said he just couldn't get home in time. So, and I think I mentioned this before, probably when the sound was off. When I asked him to come on, his answer was like, absolutely, if Abby is, home or something like that, which I took as a strong maybe. And then when I confirmed, he said, yes, if I make it home, I thought about doing a thumbnail that said, maybe Daniel the Bearded. But I thought that might seem not so nice. He loves slick finishes. Grindstone is Daniel's company. He just opened it up. So he's not doing the videos anymore. And now he's doing Grindstone Grooming Company, in case you didn't know that. I'm kind of surprised. One thing I've seen him active on Instagram, but I'm kind of surprised that he's not using his YouTube channel to kind of market his product. I've been kind of, hey there, Ellie, in case you were already in there and I didn't notice. Hi, Mike. And what the hell am I saying? I'm getting all confused. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he's, I think he had like 2,000 subscribers. I would have tried, I would have thought to utilize it as a marketing tool. We will be doing stuff with Ken on April 20th when we open. All right. Looking forward to it. Yeah, April 20th. And that will be 2 days after my tax season ends. So there'd be 2 reasons for me to celebrate. Yeah, no, he opened up his company and he's got, if I remember right, he's got 4 scents and 1 unscented. He's got oil and butter, and then he has soaps as well. And so far I've tried 2. Yeah, I understand being busy. And but I've tried it so far, and I'll tell you, when I first ordered it, I ordered it during his launch stream, and I ordered Slick Finish, and he started talking about how Dan, Beard of the North, was going to love Slick Finish. And as soon as I heard that, I just always thought of, from watching Dan's videos, that he likes things that are on the darker, manlier side. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, ah, shit, maybe I ordered the right one. If Daniel thinks he's going to love it, maybe it's not my thing. But that's my favorite of the 2. And let me keep up here. And I don't even want to say this channel's name, because the last time I did it, I didn't realize the dogs would react like this. I just said this name, and I could hear the dogs hauling ass from upstairs to come down. I think it's over doing live streams one after another and saying the name of this channel, and then calling their names, that they just anticipated it and knew they were going to get treats. So I'll say hello to Love Them Labs. They said Love Them Labs. Nope, they're not reacting today. Come on, boys, say hi. And okay, come on, boys. We'll give you 2 each. Say hello to Love Them Labs. You're first, Beansy. Say hello. Say hello. All right, you're out. Frankie, you're in. Come on, Frankie. Come on up. Say hi to Love Them Labs. Good boy. All right. Now beat it. That's your time in the spotlight. So, as I mentioned, I thought Daniel was going to be on, but it didn't work out. I will tell you right now, after Friday night, there will be no active company that's better than Grindstone. In fact, Gary, I've only smelled the butter. It's the one I can't remember the name, but that sugared tobacco leaf. I haven't tried it yet. I've just smelled it in the container. Maybe I'll do that tonight if the scent I'm wearing wears off enough. And Mike Vina saying hi. I'm out of breath. I don't know why the hell I'm out of breath all the time now. I quit smoking about 5 months ago. And we got Western Ram in the house. Yeah, I mean, I tried it and I liked it. And when I heard the scents, I didn't know if it was going to be up my alley. And I will say I was really pleased with both scents. And let me catch up here. Bearded Vado, welcome in. I'm sure you were in here before. I've only heard one person say anything bad. Well, in it, I didn't even hear them really say anything bad. But you know, people say things and I miss it. Thanks, Mike. I like them. And Love Them Labs said hi, guys. I don't know why you didn't tear down here as soon as you heard their name. Yeah. They last time they came tearing down, I didn't have the treats for them. 11 Bravo, look at that beard. Now that's a man beard. Everyone see that? The stars of the show. They used to have my most viewed video. I had a video with them in it that had 12, 13,000 views. And for the longest time, I felt a little slighted that they had way more views than any one of my videos. It's not the case anymore. I'm the star. We got Corey from Weatherbeard. Welcome in. And Corey, I do appreciate you sending me those messages about that I forget the name. And I've been so busy with work that I haven't really had any time to give it some thought. And people saying hello, how are you? Let me catch up here. I have Dilligaff, and I don't know if I ever wore it. I know I've meant to a couple of times. Joshua Ricks, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I mean, I had some sort of flu. And so, I stopped smoking for the 3 or 4 days I was sick. And then it just occurred to me that someday I'm going to feel like this all the time if I don't finally quit. So I just said that day, I'm done. My brother's girlfriend quit like a month before I did. We've got an agreement that on 4th of July, we're both going to have a cigarette. In fact, I wish that you could really benefit. We've been talking, me and her, about the different benefits. They've got these little charts, benefits that you realize within a week of smoking, in 2 weeks, and 3 weeks. And they say within a year or two, your chances of a heart attack, the reduction in the chances of you having a heart attack are like astronomical. I've wondered if there would be a way to get those benefits if you quit smoking. I would love to smoke from July 4th to Labor Day, just for the summer, when, there's a place near me that's got a tiki bar, and you're outside all day having your smokes. If I thought I could get some reasonable benefit out of only smoking like 60 days out of the year, 70 days, and then quitting the rest. But I get the feeling that just smoking for, less than a third of the year would, have some of the same bad health impacts. But Aldemir, welcome in. If I could get a doctor to agree with me that it's a good idea, I think I'd do it. I really think I could, I'm pretty strong willed. The day I decided to quit, I mean, it was just over. For the longest time, I kept a pack of cigarettes with me everywhere I went, only because I didn't want to put myself in a position where I wish I had them, but I didn't. I just had them with me and knew I wasn't going to touch it. In fact, I've still got the pack around here somewhere. And to help me not like it too much when I have it, um, on July 4th, I'm going to smoke from the pack that I quit 4 or 5 months ago. Yeah, I'm glad to. It's just something I had to do. I'm getting older, and you know, but I've been out of breath all the time. I don't. Maybe it's stress from the tax season gets me out of breath or something. Lack of drinking the proper amount of booze during the busy season. Well, man, you deserve it. That's one hell of a beard from what I can see there. In fact, I'm falling behind here. But yes, for anyone that jumped in expecting, don't rent your opinions, buy and use your own. Sounds good. Hey, for anyone that jumped in, the reason you probably haven't heard of Grindstone is the company didn't exist until just, I think it's 2 weeks ago. And it's, if you watch reviewers, it's Daniel the Bearded's company, which he just opened. And Corey's saying that, yes, the products work great for him. Got all the oils except for Smooth Operator. I didn't get Smooth Operator. All smell great. Got the foundation butter as well. I would have gotten the butter. I've just got so many butters, and I want to go through them. I want to use them up. I just got two more butters from Gary not too long ago, and if I buy them, I'm going to throw them away. Yes, Daniel's supposed to be on, but he said he couldn't make it. He wasn't going to get home on time, and so he's not there. Got Western Ram, the reviewer referring to, did not turn me off of Grindstone. Personally, don't care for Daniel, so if you don't know, don't assume. Yeah, I mean, we can't. Everybody can't like everybody. And why would you do that? Why would I smoke? I don't know if you're asking this. Why would I smoke? If I could get the majority of the health benefits by smoking like 2.5 months out of every year and then just quitting every Labor Day, get to enjoy it. Because I mean, I want a cigarette all the time. A lot of people I know smoke. It's not a big, mystery. Yes, I'd love to have a cigarette. I'd love to have one right now. I've got some right here right now, but I'm not willing to do that to myself. But if I could get away with just smoking 2.5 months a year, get to enjoy it for the rest of my life while still getting a lot of the health benefits of quitting, what the hell? I'd go through the hassle of quitting every year. Good for you. 39 years that you quit. That sounds like you're old like me. Oh, you've been smoking for 39 years. Yeah, that sounds more like me. And I just figured quitting was something I was always going to do, but just never seemed to be getting around to doing it. So good luck, or assuming that means good luck on quitting smoking. Yeah, like I said, 4th of July. Thank you. Love them labs. I'm going to have one or two. They'll be year-old cigarettes that are going to be pretty nasty. And 11 Bravo quit 11 years ago. Good for you, man. I'm sorry, 20 years ago. I know people that quit 20 years ago, and they still say that they'd love to have one. They just know better. Don't look back. And Russ, I knew you were a smoker. Heart attack 14 years ago. Yeah, that's not a good sign. I've got a buddy that had a part of his lung removed. I remember this was probably about 6-7 years ago. And at the time, a group of about 9 of us decided to quit smoking together to help support him in quitting smoking. So we'd all be hanging out and no one would be smoking. Within 2 days, they were all smoking except for me. I quit for 8 months that time, and I did what usually happens. You, well, for me anyway, after quitting for 8 months, I've got it beat. So I can just have one here and there. And then it turns into, I'll just have a couple on the weekend. Then I'll just smoke on the weekend, or I'll just smoke when I'm drinking. You know what happens when you just smoke when you're drinking? You find yourself going out to get a drink just so you can have a cigarette. And Remember the Titans. I don't remember that movie. I know I've seen it. I just don't remember which one that is. Don't smoke again. I'm at least having one on July 4th. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find a doctor that's going to agree with me about I'm going to be doing myself some favor smoking 2.5 months a year. Ben, how's it going? Maybe I'll see you tonight at I'm going to the chicken place. Got to stop by and see the owner. Some more hellos. Butters. I don't go through enough butter. So they end up going bad on me. I go through oils a lot quicker than butter. And so I just, for your sale, I just couldn't help it. I wanted to get a couple butters. I definitely wanted Tricky in both the oil and the butter. And the one with the sugared tobacco leaves, the oil wasn't available, and I wanted to try that scent. So I had to get the butter. And what I was saying is I don't like buying butters because I know I'm never going to get through them, and eventually I'm going to throw them away. The Last Jedi with my there. Well, man, kids seeing. I still think Star Wars holds up even today, even though they say if you look at it the right way, you can see strings and things like that. So the official Ken, welcome in. Then you get for one, I think it's a little bit gross. And dip, don't they have mouth cancer of the gums? If anything, guys, shut up. Yeah, I know. I've just got to stay away from tobacco. When you read into all the things that it's supposed to screw up inside you. And I think I'm almost. Ken's going to start smoking again. Well, I'm going to smoke for a day anyway. 4th of July. If I can get a doctor to sign off on me smoking just during the summer months, and then I'll do that. But I don't think I'm going to find that doctor. There isn't a single benefit in smoking. I've never understood it other than the fact that once you start, you're addicted to the nicotine. I can tell you one benefit of smoking. If you want to be cool, you smoke. that's the obvious benefit. No, I mean it's and I don't buy the whole thing of how addictive it is. I mean, I was mentally lazy for years and years and years and didn't quit, even though I knew I should have. But it's always occurred to me that if someone was willing to give me, let's say, $100 a day to never smoke again, I'd get that $100 every single day until the first cigarette I had, I would never smoke again. You make that 1,000, 365,000 a year. Almost everyone would never touch a cigarette again. Anything that you can just any moment just say, you know what, I'm done. I'm never going to do it again. How addictive is that? It's not like alcohol where you go into heavy duty withdrawals or, heroin. They talk about how, it's as addictive as those things. I think that's a bunch of nonsense, just complete nonsense. People don't quit because they don't see the how it's hurting them until until you got cancer. So if uh if an alcoholic would just go through the hassle a smoker goes through, it'd be easy for them to quit, I think. You know what? I think I'm going to want one. I don't I think there's a good chance I'm not going to want a second one after I have that first one. And that's the little bad devil on your shoulder wanting you to smoke. July 4th, Labor Day. Don't listen to that devil. One thing I get a kick out of is July 4th to Labor Day. Uh, I've got a brother that started smoking because it was a good way to meet women. For years now, you can't smoke inside places. And women inside the joint, might not be all that friendly if you just walk up to them. But if you're outside having a smoke, it created like a natural social environment to start hitting on girls. And he started smoking just because, it was easier to hit on women if you were going out and joining them for a smoke. uh, I I miss it. I still miss it. I notice how kind of nasty some of my buddies smell. I was always pretty good at with me. A lot of people never even knew I was a smoker because I did a good job of not walking into my own smoke, getting it away from me, washing my hands and face afterwards, wearing strong scented beard oils to hide it. So I don't get that one. Good luck. Like stopping smoking is good. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have that one. Quit when I was pregnant with Maya. She's leveling up to level 4 this year. I'm guilting of having one once in a blue. I know people that have that habit where maybe once every 3 weeks on a Friday night they'll have a cigarette, maybe two, if you talk them into it. I would love that habit if once in a while I get to enjoy a cigarette. But I know once I start up, I'm going to be I'm going to go down that road. In fact, July 4th is right around the time that's most dangerous to me because it's around that 8 month mark where I think it was so easy to quit. I've got it beat. So I can have, I'll just have one here and there. And then I'll just smoke on Fridays and then Fridays and Saturdays. And then only when I'm drinking. And then I'm drinking 7 nights a week. So I can have cigarettes before I say, this is stupid. I'm smoking. And I don't know about that, but I'm looking forward to it. I enjoy smoking cigar and pipe tobacco. Totally different smell. Absolutely. And again, I mean, if you're smoking a pipe or cigar, maybe your lungs aren't getting killed the way these cigarette smokers are, but you get the chance of that mouth cancer. Yeah, gotcha. And what else have we got here? I hear you. I think I've got plenty of butter right now. Yeah, I think my butter's going to last me for smoking does relax you. Yeah, I'm getting a kick out of having Greek hen is the chemical in cigars is pure tobacco leaf. I'm wondering, I know they put a shit ton of chemicals in cigarettes, but do they still do that if you get the what's the Indian brand that's out there? I could grab my pack and let you know. If you need $100 a day of inspiration to quit, you're addicted, brother. Well, I mean, if you would quit for $100, how addicted are you? What else have we got here? Yeah, it calms you down, but raises your heart rate and blood pressure. Yeah, it just messes with you in so many damn ways. I quit opioids and felt like death. I quit smoking and I wanted nicotine almost every day for a year. Nicotine is mental, hard to quit. I, I mean, I think what's so hard about it is how easy it is to go back on the decision. I could start smoking tonight, enjoy the cigarettes, and there's no immediate impact on me. Oh, turns to green. Yeah, I for some reason, if I can't inhale, I'm not really enjoying it. Yeah, but some pipe tobaccos are awesome. Cigars, I'm not so sure. But smoking and drinking go well together. That's something I did think about. I've got a buddy whose beard is super yellow. He has his, and he's a big time smoker. His hairdresser puts some purple stuff in his beard to turn it white, and it turns white for a while. Cigar full of cannabis. I've never been much of a pot smoker. American spirits, yep. And I've always been under the impression that not that there are no chemicals in it, but if there's a cigarette that's not going to have them, that'd be the one. And what have we got going on there? Sorry, just checking another screen. So, well, anyway, folks, as I mentioned, I thought we were going to have Daniel on, and we don't. And it is the middle of the tax season, and I've got a client I'm going to go and run and see. Yeah, I got to tell you, when I think about the money I'm saving by not smoking, I mean, cigarettes around here are 12, $13. Purple shampoo can. I don't know if that's the name, but it's supposed to be some whitening agent. They have 4 cents and they have a an unscented. In fact, why don't we, before I call it quits, just talk real quick? Ooh, I've already got Grindstone ready to come up about what they've got. Let me tell you what they've got for scents real quick, and then I'll wrap this up. Let me go to the products page and see if I've got to put this full screen, so I'm not going to be able to see myself. But where am I? Products. I'll run through them real quick. I love how he's got these like simple scent profile descriptions, and then the full one. The first one I'm going to talk about is Blood, Sweat, Tears. This is supposed to be fresh citrus woods. Now, this is the one that I got, and it's supposed to be fresh lime and mandarin with earthy basil and slight woodsy undertone. This is the one that the whole time I was wearing it, I could have sworn it was a grapefruit scent, because I wore it for a week without looking at the profile. I was just going by what I was picking up, and somehow what I got as the fresh lime and mandarin with the woodsy undertones, for some reason to me, it reminded me of grapefruit. Once I knew what it was, I recognized, yeah, that's lime clear as day. But once in a while I get a whiff and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of smells like grapefruit to me. But that's the first one. The next one is Smooth Operator, which is warm, rich, inviting. And that profile is smoky leather with old school cologne dry down. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it isn't. It's warm, smooth tobacco with spicy vanilla and yuzu. I've heard a few people talking about really loving this one. I didn't order this one at first only because when I hear about spicy, I don't know. It's not my thing. I could have been super duper surprised. Uh, Another one, this is the one I got, Slick Finish. And the short description is musky, complex woods. The full description is clean musk with citrus complexity and light smokiness. This is my favorite. Super duper nice, kind of like date night scent. To me, it was kind of musk with like some sort of evergreen scent in the background. I really thought that one was super duper. And then busted knuckle, smoky leather with old school cologne dry down. I didn't go for this one because I'm not the biggest leather fan. And so those are the four. And then they also have the foundation, which is natural, no fragrance added. So that's the lineup. Let me run through these, see what we got. It's a natural insecticide. Cool. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Luxurious Bastard, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Chris, I'll be talking to you. Mark, E, everyone saying hello to Lux. Mike, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Back to work. It's just taking me a long time to get there. Aldemir, good night. Russ, as always, thank you for coming in. And Pineapple Express in Beard. For me, I've got a scent that's not yet been released from Hemp Wizard that I'm especially liking. I will give you a hint. It reminds me a bit of Painkiller from Damn Yankee. And what have we got? Oh, yeah, I mean, I'd probably like it, but it's sort of like ordering something off a menu. If you get something that you wouldn't really usually order and love it, but it's when I see spice or leather, I usually don't order it, even though I'd probably enjoy it if I got it. Ellie, thank you for coming in. Joshua, oud berry, oil and butter. I think I've got one more use in my bottle of oud berry. Major Threat in Beard from Alley Cat. And good luck to Daniel at Grindstone. Yeah, he did mention he wanted to come on in April because he couldn't make it tonight. So I'll have to check in with him. In 11 Bravo, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. And I'm going to call it good night. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. And I'll see you on the next one. And where's that end broadcast button? There we go.